Hi, everybody. Happy New Year. Look who's with me. I got Mark Spirit Whisperer with me today. All
Hi, guys and
sparkly
gals.
and shiny.
Yep, sparkly today. New Year's.
And of course, the intro was music from my friend Julian Primo off of one of the songs he wrote that when I emailed him and said, "Can I please use that song?" He said, "Sure." So he's
I
actually a
love
friend of my son's. He's a local musician here and has a band. He just got inducted into the Louisiana Music Hall of Fame uh, this past spring. So
it.
he's
Cool.
just the nicest young man in the world. And when I heard he actually wrote that song for Dr. John and
Oh,
to record, but then never got the right people connected to give it to him. So he just decided to hell with it. I'll record it. So I was like, yay! Now I was able to use it. So well, hello everybody. We got us a house full. Let's see, Susie Zuki, CJ, Hippie, Suvi Kovunen. I don't know how to say that name. That's new. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Emily and Donna. Constance is here. Innocent Potato. Hi, Gina. MLR. Um, okay, well, that's everybody for the moment. We just got started. Um, yes, MLR, I'm on. I've just been running late today. Sound is going in and out. Wonderful. Uh, let's see. I'm scared to wiggle too many wires because I
it's
don't
going
want to lose
okay.
it. It's
Just
okay.
speak up.
Hi,
We
Garden
can hear
Genie. Hi, Rose. Okay, so thank you, ma'am. I finally got a couple of mods in the house, so y'all are in charge and keeping us safe. And I got slammed Christmas Day. I decided to do a live stream kind of. I was waiting for the roast to cook, and I thought, I'll jump on for 30 minutes and kill some time. 2 hours later, I
you.
got off. So, needless to say, the roast was falling apart in the crock pot by the time I got off. And, but I got hit with, I can't count how many trolls. They were all over the place. Hey, Gerald, welcome. And Pamela and Gloria and who else popped in? Okay, I don't know. I can't keep up. Um, if you have a question, please put it in caps so that I can see it. Hi, Dr. Ann and Debbie. And so I don't know how many people are aware, but New Orleans had a terrorist attack yesterday or last night, sometime during the middle of the night. Some guy in a truck plowed into a group of people on Bourbon Street. And they're saying now it was deliberate. And um, 10 plus dead that I'm aware of, and multiple more injured. So y'all just hold up the people in New Orleans. And God knows how many visitors were there. I mean, New Year's Eve, it's like Mardi Gras. People from around the world are in New Orleans, which is why I don't go there. And not during the holidays anyway. But anyway, yeah, if y'all have a question, um, Mark and I will do personal questions, cultural questions. If you have an animal question, I will point you to Mark because I'm not real good at that, but I'm learning. And yes, if you have a political question, you can ask, but try not to do a whole lot of those. Try to keep it more, let's keep it more uplifting today now that I ruined everybody's mood by saying we had a terrorist attack. That's what they're calling it anyway. So, all right. 15, Ted. Wow. Including the guy that was driving. I saw that. Let's see. That's just so sad. Just so sad. So, Mark, what have you been up to? What do you have coming up? You
Well,
got planned?
asking. Yeah, you can ask any question, Bless. I have been kind of hermity for the past few days. Spirit was just guiding me to turn my focus away from what was happening in the world and just focus within and at the house and holidays and my family, such as it is, and stuff like that. And so I did. They wanted to kind of make sure I did, so I got a little sick. I just wasn't feeling great. I did a lot of sleeping, but I'm feeling
Yeah.
better. Actually, when I was taking a shower this morning, I could feel the energy shift. Um, Finally, because I've been kind of waiting for a shift because it's been like there's a kind of hush all over the world. There's sort of this energy that's sort of hanging over us a little bit, but I felt it lift a little bit today. So hopefully that's a good thing. But anyway, so I did that because Spirit was asking me to, and it was good for me just to not do a couple of lives and just to focus, within. But now I'm
Yeah,
ready.
I was hardly on at all last week myself. I was doing a deep clean in my space. Still, part of the room is still a jumbled mess where kind of consolidated crap, and now I got to go through it, figure out what am I keeping, what am I throwing away. What can I say? I'm a damn uh, hoarder in disguise. I hate to throw anything away because the minute I throw it away, then I need it.
Yeah,
So, oh my goodness. And let's,
I know I'm not great at throwing stuff away either, so you can probably tell from just looking behind me. But I
yeah,
have,
if I move the screen, y'all would be like,
yeah, and and if somebody gives me something, it's hard for me to not keep it.
yeah, exactly. Or put it to Goodwill for fear that they'll go into Goodwill and see it sitting there going, didn't I
Yeah.
give that to so and so?
Well, this week, right before Christmas, somebody came into my booth at the Peddler's Mall because I have a consignment booth, and they just stowed a
Oh,
crap load of stuff from my booth,
oh my God.
like a
That's
ton of stuff. It
horrible.
was very upsetting. Okay.
That's really
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, I've got Mark's video from last night saved. I haven't had time to watch it yet.
I can't even remember what I did. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Uh,
So I finally just did a little bit of reading on politics because I just was not looking. And I just haven't been watching the news or anything. Now, like when I come online, I always look at the headlines. And I saw
yeah,
about, the car going into the crowd. I saw that. So I tried to do that. But I always figure when there's something in the news that I need to know about, I'll know about it. But all that stuff about Trump picking his whoever, I could not care less. And I'm just not even, I can't.
yeah, yeah.
Because I'm still of a mind that that's not, that there's something coming.
Thank you. Yes. I,
Yep.
I literally am like, okay, my cards still keep telling me
Yeah, they never
every
change.
time I read on it or something that
Yeah,
no, she's gonna be
I know.
the one. And so it's like, okay,
It's like I was
y'all
saying
need
last
to
night.
make up your mind.
If the energies changed, the cards wouldn't just keep saying that over and over. It wouldn't just keep repeating it. And sometimes I'll get the exact same card. Like I can't tell you how many times I've gotten the Ten of Swords. Every time I
Thank
read on
you.
it, I get the Ten
Yes.
of Swords. Like the
And the
downfalls
three of
coming.
hearts and the three of swords.
Yeah.
I've been getting the three of swords a lot. I've been getting the ten of swords a lot.
And he's
I've
always
been
the
getting the
devil.
hermit a lot.
All that. I
And
get the devil every time too, whenever I'm with.
I've been getting the devil a lot.
Yeah. And I
It's like,
always get truth, justice, stolen votes, all that whenever I read on her. So I just, you just have to be patient. Spirit tells me, like I was saying to you earlier, timing is a fickle bitch. And it's really hard to predict timing because just free will and just the energies can shift and change and push things back. But that doesn't mean that the general energy's not what they're telling us. It just means that the timing can be fudged and pushed. So I just have to still stick with the guidance that I've always followed for my whole life. And I can't, it is what it is.
Exactly. I mean,
The cards come up that way.
I've
That's
been
what.
doing this for what, 4 or 5 years now, and so there's a lot I'm still learning,
Yeah,
in
right,
spirit, and it's almost like daily there's a little something extra that
right,
spirit is teaching me, and so, um, which is exciting and frustrating at the same time because it's like I want to know it all right now, and then they just tell me, "Yeah, we tried that at the beginning, and you said back off." So I'm like, "Okay, you're right, I did." I was like, "I can't handle it all at once."
right.
So, so now I'm just like like I told everybody the day after the election, I said, "Look, I said what I got. I said what I was told. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it changed, but
Right.
I'm not in control. So all I can do is just
Willfulness.
keep telling you."
Willfulness and cheating is why it changed. That's
Yeah,
why, because they willfully stole it. And as far as like, a week before, my guy, the one that works with me on the channel, Pan, said they already know they lost. They're going to steal it. That's the plan. They've already got it in works. And he's told me
yeah,
since 2016 that they can do it in the computer. There's some kind of, it goes in one way, it comes out another. And, people go,
yeah,
that couldn't, but I keep getting that. And I still get it. I just watched a video where this computer guy explained that exact thing and that's what
yeah,
happened. I'm going, yeah,
yeah,
just like what Pan showed me in my brain, that it's in the computer. It's like a hacky thing. Now, they did a lot of crap to mess with the vote, but the
yeah.
main thing that got those results all over the place is that hacky sack thing they did. And, I just hope it comes out. Uh,
Well,
Biden
and what helped
are
them
not
was
idiots. They know it was stolen. They
yeah,
have to know.
it,
So
and the
we'll see.
main thing that helped them a lot with that is the fact that the majority of states are using equipment that's very outdated, not safe. There's no cybersecurity on them at all. And people say, "Yeah, but it's not plugged into the internet." Okay, the machine's not, but the little card that they insert every morning to turn it on and boost it up, that does come from the internet, and
We'll
that's
find
where the
out.
virus
People act
came
like
from.
they all know everything, but we'll find out. It's a
Yeah,
computer
I've
hack.
watched several of the computer forensics people, and they're
Computer
like,
hack. I know
"Yeah,
it. And of
no,
course,
we
who's in charge of computers? Who's a big computer guy? Elon Musk. And
Elon
so,
Musk." Yeah,
and they tried it back in 2016 a little bit. It was like a trial run. Now they've refined it a whole lot since then. And that's what they did. I just know it as well as anything. And I started consciously working with my guides back in the 80s. That's when I first started doing readings and everything. And
yeah,
I just have to say, so what is that, 40 years? Um, I'm just not in the habit of having them guide me down the garden path. They don't really. They don't really uh, just give me big, tall stories or anything about my personal
no,
life or about general things. So, this would be the most bizarre thing ever, which, anything's possible. But
exactly.
the guides keep saying, Mark, just breathe, have faith, everything's going to work out. So I'm like, okay, great.
Exactly. I like what Debbie said. Debbie at Three Shifting Veils, she's got a new channel up and running. Y'all be sure you go and subscribe to her. Let's get her going. Um, she's talking
Yep,
about she got a message during her meditation last night.
yep,
Yeah. And that's basically the same message I've been getting
yep.
big time. So,
And also about the
um,
alien contact, that's coming, guys.
oh, yeah,
They're
very much
already all
so.
over the place. They're everywhere. We already know that they're there. but it's going to be like some kind of big thing happening here pretty soon.
I think
Like
the
big
biggest
shit.
thing they're trying to get as many of us that are open minded enough to say, well, of course there are other life forms,
Yeah,
to be in a place where we can help those that it's going to be a complete
right.
mind F, and they're just not going to be able to deal with it because it's going to go against their religious beliefs or their family beliefs, that kind of thing. And it's like, hey, look, it is what it is.
You can only deny what's right there in front of your eyes for so long. I just, it's kind of like pretending that the Trump crap is good for anybody. Those that support it just like the permission to be negative
Hateful
and
and
to be
yeah,
liars, cheaters, bullies, thieves. That gives them permission to do that in a way they think to get ahead in the world. And they're all, yeah, the
exactly.
more you cheat and lie and steal and do it just for you, the better it is. So that's why they all rush to that. But you know what? I'm not having it. I can't. And I can never.
Yeah,
There's a lot of us like that and more because it isn't good. I don't care what they say. Yeah, and you can achieve a lot. Look at him. In the end, though, what you put into the world comes back to you. I don't care what anybody says. That's the natural
yeah.
law. And he's getting his. He's already getting it. It's just not in a way that, we wouldn't mind if it was more. But there's still all those people that get value from worshiping the devil. It's kind of that simple because, well, I screw God or like love for all. I'm just about me and myself, and I'll do it by hook or crook. I don't really care who benefits or who doesn't. And there's a bunch of people that's their false god or whatever, and so that's why it's kind of dragging on. The universe wants to give people the opportunity to make a choice for good, and we'll see how it goes. But that also brings up Mother Earth and the non, because I saw somebody asking about global warming. It's not going to get
Yeah,
better, guys. It's going to get worse.
it's gonna get worse. It's I mean, I have spent but the last 2 months telling people take a breath, take a deep breath. It's going to be okay to a point.
Right.
All hell is breaking loose around us. People are going to be freaking out left and right. But if we just take a break, take a breath, take a step back and say, okay, spirit's in charge. So I just
Yeah.
need to follow what they're telling me.
All right.
Then I think we'll be okay. And it's sad because some people have shut down their channels for fear. Um, Others have moved out of the country for fear.
Yeah.
Um, Others are afraid of being deported. Even though they're naturalized citizens, they're terrified that they're going to be rounded up and put in either concentration camps or sent back to a country they don't know.
I know.
Um,
I know. Well, I hope I'm not
so
just being, Mary Sunshine and rose-colored glasses. But every time I try to read on those things, my guidance says there's really no reason to read on it because it's not going to happen. Like that kind of thing. You're not going to lose Social Security. They're not going to be rounding you up because I
yeah,
don't think it's going to pan out that he's going to be. I don't know how. I don't know what. But I just keep getting
and
marked.
there are
Don't waste your time looking at it because in the end, it's not going to matter. So I don't know.
and there are far too many states that are now stepping up and saying, no, you're not going to do this in my state. Thank God for Gavin Newsom. He seems to be leading the pack with standing up against this stuff.
Right.
If states that are in disagreement with Trump really wanted to get back at him, especially the blue states, they would just simply say, okay, you're not happy with how we are. We'll no longer send our federal money to you. And you can start trying to get it from the red states who are used to receiving and they don't give, you know.
And plus, if
So,
you're an American that's been here for a while and you've gone through elections before, you know that that election made no sense whatsoever. It
oh
was
yeah,
not normal. There was nothing. It was just bonkers. You couldn't even see any evidence that a single woman voted. Kind of. It's like, what the hell? This is not. Blue states did not vote that way. It just was so illogical. It just didn't make logical sense. That really is what tells you shady shenanigans went on.
exactly. All right. Well, we've got about 13 questions
Oh,
up, and we will try to get to as many as we can. At this point, I'm just going to say questions closed because
right,
I
MLR,
don't
exactly.
want,
We probably won't get to that many.
yeah, we probably won't be able to get that many, but we're going to do the best we can. So,
Yep, that's
um,
that.
let's see here.
Start the new year off right.
Okay, Anja is a member, so she gets
Hi,
to go to the
Ray.
front of the line. And
Okay, anything? Hi, Anja. Anything your Black Kitty buddy wants to tell you? So I'm assuming Black Kitty Buddy's there with you, right? He's not crossed. He
I gotta
feels
blow my
very
nose.
he feels alive, but let me know if I'm off on that. So Aja, are you here? Anja.
Sorry, I had to blow. I couldn't breathe.
Oh no. Are you okay now?
I figured, oh yeah, I figured nobody wants to see me blow my nose or hear it. So,
Oh yeah, that's not my favorite sound, but it's a human sound, and we all do it.
yep. Anja,
Uh,
you hear Anja?
Anja, are you here? Because here's the thing, guys. Those of you who don't know me, if I'm reading, I really like you to be here because
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, I want to ask you something. Um, Number one, do you have dogs at home too, or is it just a cat?
Oh, there you go.
Hey, buddy, what's often happening?
Oh, there she is. She's oh, uh,
Yeah. So I feel
I
like,
saw her name.
yeah, she may not be here. Um,
Miss
I
Taro
just,
T. Happy New Year.
I don't know, I'm getting a little like he's talking about dogs for some reason. So that's why I'm wondering, is there a dog in the house? My
Yeah,
dogs and cats all live together. So I'm just wondering about that. Um, but
yeah.
she's not here. So let's move on to somebody
Yeah,
else.
we'll move on to the next one.
Yep,
And then when she gets back, we'll let her
that's
know.
right.
Let's see. Donna. Donna, are you with us?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw Don a few minutes ago. Let's see here.
Yeah, that's what I thought, that I just saw Donna on there.
It can be
So,
hard for people to respond to a person.
Donna's here. Okay.
Hi, Donna. Innocent Potato. I love that name.
I do too. Blessing in 2025. I heard yes, right from the get go.
Well, remember, Donna, you can ask for a blessing. You deserve it. You can just ask for it. I'd like a blessing, please. Let's align with that energy, and that possibility. Let's go ahead and bring it into our, you know, current awareness. Go ahead and start contemplating the idea of having a blessing, not that it's somewhere way out there, and that only some people are allowed them. We can all have blessings in our life. Um, so ask and you receive.
You shall receive.
Forget that.
Donna, I pulled for you, horse spirit. It says freedom is yours.
There you go.
So that spirit just telling you, it's in your hands. You pick. what kind of blessing you want. And like Mark said, just ask for it. Um, be grateful for it from the get go. Be like, thank you for bringing me YZ. Just
Now,
claim it from the beginning.
and I think in general, I'm kind of feeling like, today when I was in the shower and I could kind of sense that energy lift a little. Thank goodness, because I've been waiting and waiting for it to. Um, I got that feeling that as we move into 2025, it is going to be a lighter energy. I know there's still a lot to go on, but I feel like there are blessings out there for us. There's good news, good energy, um, like support for us to get up and get going with new projects and things like that. Because it's been a little, for a lot of us, a little hard to move forward because we've just been dealing with this energetic shift and everything. And so it's taken a lot. It's been kind of hard to get new projects going, but I feel like that's shifting. So the card I got for you is the Queen of Cups, which would be, yes, look, there's the blessing. It's right there in that cup, right there for you.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, you can have that. I'm not sure how it's going to be, but yes. Are you married, Donna? I think so. I know I read for you before, but I might be confusing. I know who you are, but I might be confusing
Thank you,
about
Miss Tarot D.
that. But there may be some kind of a blessing that has to do with meeting somebody. So, because you get the Two of Cups. Yes, married. So,
Yes, Mary.
a blessing for both of you. Let's say that then. That's kind of what I was wanting to do. I didn't have a partner, but both of you being blessed. All right. Donna O'Brien.
Absolutely. All righty. Let's see who we got next.
Ms. Tarot D. How you doing, darling?
Yeah, my special darling there. All righty. Emily. Emily, are you here? Nid City, who did you lose? Hearing people say sorry for your loss, and I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. Okay.
Oh, her.
Hi, Emily. Thanks for saying you're here. I appreciate it.
Yay! Yay!
So you've been struggling with some depression. I got it, sweetie. Um, okay, let me pull some cards here.
The first thing I got for you is self worth.
Yeah.
Love what you see, especially every time you look in the mirror, because you are worthy of love. You are worthy of kindness, but you have to love and be kind to yourself if you want others to do it.
Right.
I love this deck. That's my divine dog.
What was the card? I didn't get to see it because I was busy looking
Oh,
down.
sorry, I stuck it in the deck.
That's okay. Never mind. I know I do that same thing.
Oh, this is the one I had up.
Oh yes, beautiful self-worth, little sweet German Shepherd. Oh, I know you didn't forget me, sweetie. I know you. You already told me you were going to be busy at this time of year. Okay. I was talking to Miss Tarodi.
Oh yeah.
Well, everybody's been going through a little bit of depression here and there, so don't feel too special about it. Like that, somehow your depressive thoughts are special. They're not really. Uh, Now, don't mean they're great or that we love them, but what it does mean is you always have the power to switch it out if you want to, because it's within. Go within. If Don't look for the answer on the outside. Look for it on the inside. Kind of what you know you you were just saying with that dog card. Um, I feel like I don't know how old you are, Emily. I don't think you're very old. Um, Feels like you kind of been, you know, struggling a little bit with how do I fit in? What's my purpose? How You're 23. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And these are all thoughts that are normal for early 20s. Um, is there a place for me? A lot of times this is like a graduation card, or here I am. I'm looking. How am I going to fit in? What's my purpose? Um, how am I going to get started? A lot of times this can be like kind of an entrepreneurial card too. Like, how do what's me? How do I go forward? And you've been like waiting a little bit, and that feels like time is fleeting. I need to get started on something. Um, so the universe is going to direct some energy your way to get you busy. Um, are you artistic? Not autistic, artistic.
Artistic. I'm
I'm wondering about that. Because I get
that really resonated when you said that.
this eight of cards, which is they want you just to work. Uh, I'm both. I'm both, sweetie. So um, if things feel like pressury or blah, just focus in on your art. Look how it's going. La la la. I'm just gonna make this. Here's a little animal helping me, and look, I got some other stuff I already produced. They're hanging there on the wall, so I'm gonna kind of focus in on that. Um, Pan always tells me when I'm getting lost or I'm depressed or I'm not feeling like we're moving forward. He always wants me just to go do art. Arts and crafts. Uh, Use my hands to create something. Now that could be a meal, like I'm making cooked cabbage and black eyed peas today. That to me can be like an artistic endeavor. Use my hands to show that I'm a creator. At the same time, affirming that the universe is working on your behalf to help you find your niche. And ask.
Yeah.
Guys, I can't say it enough. Ask and you receive. The universe waits for you to ask it to assist. And if you're not getting enough of whatever it is, ask for it. Okay?
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
because here it is, here's the three of coins. The universe wants to work with you. They're all ready to join on your team and get things a going. And we've got coins here. So, earthly manifestation, actual things in the real world, in the practical world. My whole thing is what I try to encourage people in some way is to, uh, realize their relationship with their spiritual aspect. And in that, and it's for practical reasons. Spirituality is practical. I've used my relationship with spirit time and time again because I needed to create a new car. I needed to find a new house. I was going to get a different job. I, Whatever it was, I go to spirit for clarity and assistance every single time. And so don't forget that, dear. I kind of went on a little bit of a lecture. I didn't mean to.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right. Okay, Emily. Next up, we have. Where's my next person here? Because I had them. I remember it here. Uh, I'm losing my mind now.
Did you
Gina.
find one?
I knew I had a member in here somewhere. I'm like, okay, where did she go? Uh, okay, how does my January look? Work, family,
Letter.
family
Uh,
letter. Is it okay to send?
she's been going back and forth about writing a letter to her father and family. So it looks like she wrote it. Now she's worried about sending it. Okay. Hi, Gina. Let's see here.
Yeah.
So I turned the deck over, and what's on the bottom for you is the Wheel of Fortune. This is in relation to the letter. They want you to send it. You know, you don't know what's going to come back from it, so don't make it up. Just allow it to be and just send it.
Yeah,
Don't envision all these horrible
absolutely.
reasons. Yeah, good old black eyed peas and cornbread. That's what I'm going to do. As soon as we're done here, I'm making cornbread from scratch. And some black eyed
Oh,
peas. I
yum.
already made the cabbage, so it's in there. Wait. Those are what my mom always told me we were supposed to eat on New Year's. So
There you
ooh,
go. I know I did a bunch of cooking over Christmas, and then everybody was like, "Well, what are you going to do for New Year's?" And I'm like, "As little as possible."
yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, first off, I got was the Two of Swords. So this is just explaining the quandary you're in right now. Do I send it? Do I not? Do I do this? Do I not? You're just going to have to ask Spirit to make it clearer for you. Hey, Jeff. Because then I got the Tower. Now, that's not necessarily a bad card. That's just telling you there's change coming. With change, things are going to open up for you. It may seem a little shaky in the beginning, but I think it's going to work its way out in the end because the last card I got for you was Strength. And so, Spirit's not going to put you through this without the strength to deal with it. I think that's just re-emphasizing that, yeah, you're going to be all right there. So,
And
um,
January's still looking just a little bit slow, but moving towards opening. I only say it's slow because both of these came out upside down, but it's the celebration card and the Queen of Wands. So that's what you're moving towards, but it might be a little slow because I still get the January energy is still a little bit. There's still a lot of astrological stuff happening that I don't even understand, but I think it kind of affects us all in some way, and it's we're still moving a little slower than we'd like to in January. Okay.
all right. Let's see. Next up, we got Rose. Because again, Rose is a member, and I know she's here. I just saw her yakking with somebody. Is Russ fixing to get fireworks from someone unexpected this week? I'm not quite sure I understand your question, Rose. Are you talking about fired from work or fireworks? I'm not sure which one you mean. Um, just if you would just kind of clarify for me a little bit.
Yeah, my cabbage has
Hi,
some
Fatima.
ham in it too. Innocent potato. I did add ham there in the cabbage for the dogs, mostly in for seasoning.
Oh yeah, nothing can start cooking stuff like that. You want a good ham hock in there
Yeah.
just for the flavor. All right. Okay, is Russia fixing to get fireworks from someone unexpected this week?
Oh,
I
okay.
got you now. Okay, okay. Now I know what the hell I'm reading on.
Yeah, I didn't get that either, so I'm glad you asked.
Yeah, yeah, no. So,
Russ was the person. Okay.
well, I did too. That's why I wasn't quite sure what she meant. Um,
Well, I feel like it's certainly possible, according to these cards. So I get the star, and it looks like stuff coming out of the sky, like fireworks, almost exactly like what you asked. Look at them coming. Then the moon, because there's shady shenanigans, and then the seven of wands. Look at all this fighting. So I don't know. Just going yes or no. It certainly looks more like a yes than a no to me. What do you get?
okay, well, the first thing I got was the Five of Pentacles. Um, most of his people there in Russia are in this position right now. They are not doing well over there at all. And the sanctions are hurting all of them, which I feel sorry for. It's not their fault, it's their leadership. And unfortunately, they're in a dictatorship, so they can't really change their leadership. Um, Not like us who gladly voted in, right? Like that makes sense. Um, but I feel like he's trying to feel sorry for himself. He's trying to give that off, like, oh, poor me. They're all so mean to me. It's like, dude, you're the one instigating everything. And then I got the Seven of Cups. So um, he's got all of this stuff here with him, but he's spreading himself too thin. You know, he did better before he attacked Ukraine because everybody thought that they had more to fear from Russia than we actually do. And that's when we discovered that, yeah, their military really isn't that good. Their equipment is crap because it's so old and falling apart. Because instead of keeping things up, they've slowly been taking all the money out for themselves, himself and his oligarchs. So you've got a lot of Russian soldiers that the minute they get the hell out of Russia, they're surrendering so they can go somewhere where people are going to take care of them. Um, and then the last card I got was the set the Six of Pentacles. So again, I mean, there are things that they are working towards that can really help. Um, I think that if if they can get rid of their leadership, then the people of Russia are going to start seeing some abundance come their way. They're going to start seeing some things coming their way. But in the meantime, it doesn't look real good for them overall because of him. He doesn't care. He just wants to rule the world. And it's really crappy if you ask me. Who would want that on their who would want that headache? I mean, really.
I feel like somebody's though planning something uh, towards them because I get a Knight of Wands, like taking action, and also a King of Wands, like another leader, because also got the King of Swords. So it's like other world leaders taking some action. So I don't know. We'll see. Feels like a positive that it's possible. Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty, let's see. Did Anja ever come back?
I think I saw her all of a sudden just a few seconds ago.
Because
It's hard to.
yes, she's here.
Okay.
Okay, right. Because she is a member, so
I'm also
try
curious.
to let my members go first, but I try to mix them with some of the others just so people don't wait so long. But well, yes, absolutely. That's a good one. Will a recession be avoided if Kamala takes office? I'm getting a big yes here.
Yep, me
A
too.
real big yes. Let me try. I'm not real good on these yet, but
Yeah, it's just asking, is this like a false start kind of a thing? And I get yes. I just think a lot of stuff that he's constantly threatening about doing may not come to pass.
yeah,
It's
I'm
like fear.
getting a yes. So
Yeah,
I'm
fear
getting a
not.
yes on both. So
Yeah.
yeah. Alrighty, let's see. Who do I have up? Next is Susie Zuki. That's a new name for me. Thank you and welcome for coming on.
Is that a
Biden.
recent occurrence that's happened? I know we had some biting incidents way back. But is that still going on, or is that a new incident of doggy biting?
Yeah, I hadn't heard about any recent, but
Either.
they've got so many other things to lie about. Why talk about the dogs? I Let's see. Oh, it's year round. I've battle sinuses all the time. Um, let's see. Susie, was there like a recent incident with the dogs, or is this just overall why they've always?
When I first read on them back when they were first that was happening, it was because it was untrustworthiness happening. They didn't trust some of the people. I don't think they were on like Team Biden. It seemed like they were some of them were left over um, from Trump, and so they were suspicious of them, and I think that's what caused the biting, that the people weren't trustworthy.
Yeah, because I'm getting no on drugs. I just did it overall of were Biden's dogs biting Secret Service because of drugs. Yeah, no. But
Yeah,
then
but
when I say were they biting them because they were trustworthy,
that's what I think. Oh yeah, ask your
then it
pendulum,
gets a big yes. Yeah. Then I go to a yes.
because
So
it's more about the energy of the emperor on them. So it would be like somebody who allegiance wasn't to Biden. It was more of this. And I think they could sense it or know it. Something was fishy.
yeah. All right, let's see. Gloria, any thoughts on global warming? It's gonna get worse.
Yeah. Well, it's so weird because earlier in the year, back months ago, uh, my guy Pan kept all of a sudden began to talk about volcanoes. And since then, they've not stopped. Like,
And
just constant.
earthquakes.
And like now, Hawaii is going off. But like, and that same day, they were going off everywhere. So that, I don't know. We're kind of acting like that's not a thing, but I think that is a thing. And I'm not sure it's over
Yeah.
with. He said to me before, which is weird, that, one's coming up out of the water. Um, and he's talking about in the Pacific, rising up, creating a land, like an island or a landmass or something. Now, I don't know when that is. Again, timing is weird. It could be some way in the future, but it seemed really clear to me. Now, a lot of times the guides will get my eyes to notice something like a story or something, and oh, look there. And so I just saw that the story about this underwater volcano off the coast of Oregon that now scientists are saying is due to erupt. It's weird too because remember a month ago when they had that big earthquake off the coast of Oregon, and
Oregon, yeah.
they thought there might be a tsunami, and then they didn't know that. Right then, my first thought was, it's there's a volcano involved in this. It's so weird too because I never ever in my life thought about volcanoes, and all of a sudden they come up. So then I began to think, is that the one you're talking about? Because it was like in the Pacific, and this is a huge one. I read all about it. So I don't know. I never even heard about that before. But then soon as Spirit starts telling me one's going to probably come up out of the water, then all of a sudden I'm looking at that. I don't know, but I still feel like that the volcanoes are a thing that's going on.
Yeah.
That and talk about global warming, fire coming up out of the earth, spewing.
Well, and that is a fact, and I've heard a lot of the climatologists talk about this, is there is an ungodly amount of methane gas trapped under all this ice. And when the ice melts, if that methane gas escapes, it could really do a lot of damage, not just to us, but to all animal life, plant life,
Right.
because we're not designed to
Yeah.
have that much methane gas in our air. On top of that, how many viral microbes are frozen in that ice? And as that ice melts, stuff escapes. God knows what may be lurking under the ice as far as a major pandemic or something occurring. Um,
Yeah. And it doesn't mean it's like Armageddon or the end of the world,
no,
but I think we're going to be living through a time when, wow, that was a lot. And that's interesting. And, we might have to move a little farther back from the coast because the coast is moving in, like kind of a thing. Those kinds of things. And more, because volcanoes, too, the cloud, the gases and stuff they emit can
yeah,
block sunlight. And, it can
especially the
go,
ash. Yeah,
yeah, and dark. And it's happened before. So I'm just saying there's sort of this, I keep noticing because literally nearly every day a new volcano goes off somewhere and they're all over the
yeah,
place. And I'm just thinking that's unusual to me. And people act like, oh, that's just normal. It really isn't normal for them to be going off so consistently. So I just think it's something to watch, not really to fear, because fear doesn't help anything. But I don't think it's helpful just to bury your head in the sand and act like you're not noticing things that are happening, right? So, just be aware and don't be stupid
Be
about.
aware and be prepared.
Right. Um, and the volcanoes are acting up for some reason. It's because earth change, major earth change. And I think there's going to be some like actual new earth come up or something. I don't know what. I just heard last week like that the biggest ice, what do you call them? Ice, what is it?
Oh, glaciers.
Glacier, the biggest one ever just broke free from the Arctic, because it's so hot that it broke loose and now it's out there floating around. And as that melts, it displaces the water and stuff. I don't know. There's a lot going on. So,
It not just displaces water, but it also adds to
what you were just talking about.
uh, the saltiness of the sea. It's like dumping more and more and more fresh water in there, and that's not good either. Um, so I just tell everybody, be smart about stuff, be prepared. Um, if you live on the beach, you might want to think about moving, simply because you can't get insurance to cover your home anymore if you're a beachfront property. I live roughly 30 miles from the Gulf of Mexico if I could go in a straight line. But I've got all kinds of swamps and tributaries and wetlands between me and the coastline. So it would first have to inundate all of that to get up to where I'm at. And even then, according to maps, it looks like, there won't be Louisiana left once it's all over and done with. If we keep going down the path we're going, it's
Well, we could actually change it and change the results and change the amount of um, impact just with our thoughts, of course.
well,
And the more that people wake up and choose love instead of fear, the better off we'll be with any of those
and
changes
and
because
we
you will.
discovered that during the first month of the lockdown, when
Right,
scientists were like flipping out because things were rebounding at a level that they didn't think was possible, you know. Uh,
right. So, power
So,
of the mind. That's really important. And, there's this idea that, we're better and greater, especially if you're kind of a non believer in the creator, that you can just do everything better. But Mother Nature's here to tell you, not so much.
so,
Even when you think you can predict everything, you can't really. When it comes to Mother Nature, you can try your best and you can be good at it and get better at it, but you never know. She can just go, oh, so much for that. Ba-doom. And what did you do? Nothing. You're just, so I would say be grateful to Mother Earth and send her love. So I don't know, and respect,
absolutely.
because that's why we're in this mess to begin with. It's because there's been a lack of respect to the earth we live on. Yeah.
Exactly. Blessed. Will my grandson Sam ever reach out to his dad to develop a relationship?
Blessed. Well, my grandson, okay, reach out to his dad.
There are a lot of extenuating circumstances with that blessed that we really don't want to get into in a public forum. Um, would probably best be reserved for like a private reading that you schedule with someone, with either Mark or myself. We both do private readings. Um, but I would say just overall, it's going to depend on why Sam doesn't have that relationship. What was the cause of it? I mean, there's a lot of fluctuations there. But to just look at an overall general view, um, I pull surrender, let it go. Oh, whatever it is that's holding him back, and that's going to be up to him. but he needs to let it go. He wants to develop that relationship with his dad. The same is true going in the other direction. Whatever it was his dad may have had that caused a fissure, he's going to have to let it go in order for that relationship to redevelop. It's a two-way street. It takes two of them to do it.
Yeah. That's what I get. They're both equally responsible. The son feels like dad like withheld love or attention from him in some ways. So he's still mad about it, the son. He's not really ready yet, I don't think. It's kind of like he's dead to me, you know. He's mad and not quite ready
Yeah.
to flip the coin. Now, eventually the wheel will spin and he'll see his dad in a different light. Here's that generational card, but I don't think it's like immediate. It feels like the son's still he's like, I'll do it on my own, kind of an energy, you know. I'm making my way, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
He's mad at his father, though. He feels mad at him. To me, I feel this wall kind of up.
Exactly. Well, Mark, we're at an hour and 2 minutes. Do you have time for one more question, or do we need to
One
just
more
go ahead and
question.
wrap it up? Okay.
Yeah.
MLR, you're up. Still needs a home for her or her. Not sure which one you are. For me and my cats.
Yeah. She's still looking for a place to live that she can have her kitty cats.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
This has been something that's been going on a while. Okay. Um, I have to step out for a second. I have to go to the restroom.
Okay. MLR. Find a new home soon. No, MLR, that's fine. I wasn't even aware of it, so it's new for me to hear this. So we're gonna pull some cards here and see what we get. Yeah, we have a stray cat that's made our patio her permanent home. And she's ready to drop her next batch of kittens any day. I keep waiting for them. So we made her a nesting box and everything out on the patio because it's starting to get really cold down here, and I don't want those babies freezing to death. And then once they're old enough, then we can bring them to the shelter so that they could get rehomed. Because I can't keep them. I wish I could, but I can't.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Well, what I'm hearing, MLR, is uh, be willing for the outcome, the highest outcome, to be different than what you might imagine it to be. So kind of release your ideas of how it needs to work out. Uh, so it gives the universe permission to work it out in a way that's best suited for everyone, even though it might not be what you think. So there's that, is what I'm hearing. That was what I was just trying to pee, and that was what kept going in my head. So let me see. I'm going to pull a card though here.
All right. Well, to get you started, um, well, the first thing I pulled was the Queen of Pentacles. So that's just trying to. You've worked very hard at making a safe space for you and your fur family, and that shows. As far as getting them to a better place, seeking assistance, you're gonna have to reach out and ask for help. Um, Neighbors, friends, family, whoever can. Um, I mean, I'm sure that there are those that are already helping you out, but you might have to really start bringing that prospect home because it's hard to move into a new place when you have animals because not everybody accepts them. Um, and then the last card I drew was Temperance. And so I think that um, this is just letting you know that you're going to find your balance in this and you're going to be able to provide that help, that home. It just may take a little bit longer. Uh, just keep hearing like just hang in there. It's going to
Yep.
work its way out. So let's see what Mark gets.
Well, I hear you, but you might need to let go a little bit about the non-negotiableness. I feel like there may need to be, and I know you're not gonna like this, a temporary. Now, I'm not saying this is in stone. This is just a possibility that they're showing me. And then I drew cards, so they don't want to change it. They're going to still say the same thing. There might just be a short period where you're separated. You're not together. Just basically what Sherry's saying. They might have to put them in a little temporary place till you get up on your feet and establish and then get them back. That's what I'm hearing. So I'm not hearing we need to get rid of them forever, but it does feel like the universe is trying to work it out. But they need you to be a little more flexible and trusting that ultimately we're looking for you and your cats to be happy in a place, right? I don't know how we ever got to this position where, we don't have our house and stuff and we're just with our cats. So it's not about, it's almost like we got to get you situated and then we can get everything back together. So that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
take it or leave it, but that's what it sounds like. And I know that sometimes when spirit asks you to, well, let go of that a little bit, doesn't mean you can't have it, but I need you to release your attachment to it, so strong, because that can just stop the process sometimes. And I'm talking about everybody, not just you, sweetie. I've had to do this on my own more than once, where the universe
yeah,
said, Mark, you got to let go of that. That's the only outcome that will be satisfying, because we might have to go around this way to get you to there. So I'm not trying to tell you something that I haven't had experience, but they just keep kind of going there in that way. I know, sweetie, it's been going on and you're feeling, over it. Um, but I don't think Um, I still think the universe is trying to work it out on your behalf and on the kitties' behalf. They also have their
Yeah,
highest good in mind.
exactly. Well, guys, that is it. It's an hour and 10 minutes. I don't want to intrude on Mark's time any longer than that. So he was kind enough to come and be my guest today. There go the dogs. And we have a whole menagerie here in my house. We have two dogs, a cat, and a lizard. So
Uh, yeah, my kids are all
let's
being
see.
so
Let's
good.
do what Hypnicity said, and that's let's all thrive in 25.
Yeah,
And I kind of like
more love,
that.
more
That's a
joy, more life
neat little
in
quote.
2020.
And it's my Cajun cousin, Katie and Proud, holding up President Carter's family and those that were hurt in the New Orleans attack. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's uh, that's down here
President
in my
Carter's
neck of the
probably
woods. So,
he probably
and
feels
I mean, New Orleans a good 2 hours plus away from me, but still, like I
yeah.
said, during the holidays, you got people from around the world that are there on Bourbon Street to take in what's going on.
The Super
So,
Bowl has been postponed by the Department of Justice.
yeah,
Is
because the
that a
Super Bowl
real
is going to
thing?
be down here.
Well, Shockwave
Yeah.
is saying it's been postponed. What?
Well, they've determined that this was a terrorist attack. I haven't seen any updated news, so I don't know what information
Yeah,
they have discovered since I heard about this an hour ago. Um, and
yeah,
it may be in the best interest of everyone involved to postpone the Super Bowl. I mean,
yeah,
e- e- especially if there's more than one person involved on this. So, yeah, all we could do is just keep the whole area in your in
yeah,
your uh in your prayers. Oh, it's the Sugar Bowl, not the Super Bowl.
yeah. Sugar Bowl. Did I say
I was
super?
going to say the Super Bowl usually isn't until February,
I
but
don't know why I said Super Bowl. I dyslexia clicked in because you clearly wrote Sugar Bowl.
yeah. So,
Okay, my kitties are crying for me. I'm gonna have to get to the kitchen.
yep. Thank you so much, Mark, for being my guest. I hope you will come back soon. Thank you,
Thank you guys
everybody,
for
for
being here. I
putting
had a
in
great
time,
time. Had a great fun time.
and we will see everybody soon. Bye for now.